Arnold Schwarzenegger has won the Mr. Olympia 7 times, authored many popular books, owns millions in real estate, and is one of the most iconic action movie stars of the past 100 years. Oh yeah, he was also the governor of California for several years just to keep life exciting. The one trait which has propelled him to legendary status is his confidence. In this video, I will show you 4 things you can do right now to elevate your confidence in anything. Arnold grew up in a small village called Thal in Austria. He was oppressed by the demands of his parents. His father wanted him to follow in his footsteps as a police officer, whilst his mother wanted her son to take up a trade. After reading a bodybuilding magazine, Arnold visualized a different scenario for himself, one which involved the grander goals of moving to America to become a bodybuilding champion and a movie star. In his interviews, Arnold frequently talks about the importance of the visualization process and why we should all have a clear vision.
So my first rule is find your vision and follow it. You see, I think it's the most important thing that we have a very clear vision of where we go. I felt so great knowing where I was going, and I tell you, it worked. I mean, think about it. And at the end, I was just not visualizing just my exercise, but I was really lifting the trophy over my head. That's what I was thinking about.
Our brains cannot tell the difference between a deep and vivid visualization and something that's real. After a nightmare, we experience the power of the mind firsthand. Despite the events of the dream being fiction, we wake up, hearts racing and adrenaline shooting through our veins. In 1995, scientists at Harvard conducted an experiment which scientifically demonstrated the power of visualization. 3 groups of novices were tasked with practicing a simple 5-finger exercise on the piano. The first group practiced 2 hours a day for 5 days. The second group did the same, but only in their minds. They were not allowed to move their fingers during the visualization, and the third group did absolutely nothing. After the experiment, the brain scans of group 1 and 2 showed a dramatic number of new neural circuits and new neurological programming in the region of the brain responsible for finger movement. Amazingly, group 2 was able to make these changes just from visualization alone. Whether you are getting ready for a job interview or a mixed martial arts fight, visualizing who you would like to be in that moment will drastically increase the chances of you succeeding. Be vivid with your mental rehearsals, picturing what you will wear, how you will talk, even how you will walk. This will boost your confidence by giving you an unfair advantage of which most people are oblivious. Arnold is well known for his muscular frame, but many are unaware of his love for intellectual games. He has played chess since he was 8 years old and later developed a stronger passion for it. Arnold loves the game so much that he now has his own chess tournament called the Arnold Chess Classic. Off the chessboard, Arnold frequently engages in psychological warfare with people. During bodybuilding contests, he would often make small remarks to his competitors, which would heighten their insecurities, making it easier for him to win.
Let me ask you something. Do you have any knee injuries or something like that? And then they would look at me and say, no, why? No, no knee injury at all. No, my knees feel great. And I said, why are you asking? I said, well, because your thighs look a little slimmer to me. I mean, I thought maybe you can squat, or maybe there's some problem with leg extension or something. This is really. And then I saw them all for 2 hours in the gym, always going in front of the mirror and checking out their thighs, if the thighs still exist or something.
Some would say these are dirty tactics. I say these are the rules of the jungle. Any man who tries to be good all the time is bound to come to ruin among the great number who are not good. Hence a prince who wants to keep his authority must learn how not to be good and use that knowledge or refrain from using it as necessity requires. Niccolo Machiavelli. To have confidence in any situation, you must master human psychology. You need to understand what excites people, how to persuade them to be your allies, get them to do business with you, and help you attain your goals. You must walk the delicate rope of social dynamics better than anyone else in the room. Failure to do this will leave you on the bottom rung of the dominance hierarchy. As a loser, study sales and work on your charisma. Understand cognitive biases and heuristics so you can bend them to your will. Staying ignorant of human nature and our baser instinct will leave you at risk of ruin. You will not be able to know when others are manipulating you, and you will never have influence in this world. The same psychological prowess used by sociopaths to obtain power can be used by you for good. But first you must learn their games. Arnold was able to navigate through the world of Hollywood and politics and still succeed. Two arenas filled with backstabbers and world-class manipulators. When you understand your opponent's mind better than they do, it's easy to have immense confidence. Life is full of average people who are destined to stay well average. Naturally, as you develop lofty goals, you'll be met with opposition. People try to discourage you from achieving your goals because of their own impaired self-image and damaged self-esteem. If you tell your friends and family that you want to start a business which will make you $20,000 a month, they will say you're crazy. They will go to great lengths to stop you from even trying. People do this because they cannot accept someone they know succeeding. Your success will reinforce their failures. It's the crab in the bucket mentality. People tend to see successful people as being cut from a different cloth, as people who are lucky or destined to win. The psychological distancing is comforting. It allows people to rationalize their sense of lacking. Arnold had to deal with his fair share of naysayers.
Because in every step of the way, when you make decisions like, I want to be a bodybuilding champion of the world, people say, this is impossible, this is an American sport, it's never going to happen. When I wanted to be in the movies, they said, you have an accent, it's never going to happen. No one ever became a leading man when you have an accent. You have a huge body, you weigh 250 pounds, you look like a monster. That doesn't work when you work with a woman that maybe weighs 100 pounds, it's all off. Your name cannot really, Schnitzel, whatever it is, I mean, forget it, it's not going to happen. So,
pay no attention to what the critics say. A statue has never been erected in honor of a critic. Jean Sibelius. The price you must pay for your success is years of ostracism. Remember that to be special, you must think and act differently to the common man. If you think just like him, you will surely get the same results. The quicker you can learn to dismiss others' opinions, the easier it will be for you to ramp up your own confidence. When Arnold started breaking into Hollywood, the stress and anxiety got to him. Fortuitously, he ran into a yogi on the beach who sold him on meditation.
And I saw the effect right away, that I was much more calm about all of the challenges that were facing me. And I continued doing that then for a year. And by that time I felt like, I think that I've mastered this. I think that now I don't feel overwhelmed anymore.
Eventually, Arnold stopped his classical meditation practice, but transitioned the mindfulness he learned into weightlifting and other activities. The ability to quiet the monkey mind is a blessing. It allows us to focus on the task in front of us without self-sabotaging thoughts. Whether you're trying to give a speech in front of a crowd or approach a girl you find attractive, your mind and its constant commentary are your biggest enemy. The self-talk we have is often destructive and can leave us with little to no confidence for the opportunities in life. Learning to ground yourself through mindfulness is powerful, as it's the only cure for the chaos in your mind. The easiest way to learn how to be more mindful is through a consistent meditation practice. Just 20 minutes a day is enough to experience benefits. Yoga and weightlifting can also be used to cultivate the skill. Just bring your attention to the present moment whenever you get stuck in your head. Arnold Schwarzenegger is no different from you or me. He has just elevated his confidence through learning to visualize the person he wanted to be. Mastering psychological warfare, ignoring naysayers, and grounding himself. Do these, and I promise you'll be one step closer to living and dying well. Thanks for watching the video. I appreciate you. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel and click the bell notifications so we can see more of each other. Until next time.